fortunes of war can change their way. We imagine our lives will be. The March family are on their way. Meg, Joe, Beth, and Amy.
No, I can't. I have to go home. Goodbye. I'll see you tomorrow. Sometimes it seems like I'll never be able to play with my friends again. I guess I should be glad because Marmy's home, and Beth isn't as sick as she was. I miss playing with Beth. I want to go home, but Marmy says it's better to stay at Aunt March's so I won't catch Beth's fever.
Hey there! Watch out! Why did kids play in the middle of the road?
Huh?
Little girl, are you all right?
I believe I am.
Well, hello there. You're Amy March, aren't you?
Uh-huh.
There.
Thank you.
Amy, you should be a little more careful. You could have been badly hurt, you know.
I'm all right. That buggy missed by a country mile.
What? But I saw it almost hit you.
Nah,
I was walking by the same time that you were. He barely missed.
it's okay.
Oh. I'd better walk home with you, all right?
Beth is still sick. I can't go home.
What? Still sick? But I've heard that Beth was a lot better.
Beth was out of danger. I mean, the worst part of her fever was over. But Marmy said she still had to stay in bed, just to be safe.
Where is Amy?
Aunt March's.
I dreamed I saw Amy, Marmy.
You miss her, and she misses you.
Does she still have to stay with Aunt March?
Mm-hmm. Dr. Banks feels it's better if Amy's not here. He told me that if Amy caught the fever as badly as you, Beth, the recovery process would be much harder, dear.
I don't want little Amy to get sick, but I still miss her.
She wants to be here with you, too.
I really get so tired.
Oh, shall I leave you alone?
No, I really like your being here. I feel better that way.
Then I shall stay right here. Beth, if you would like me to, I could read you a story. That always makes you feel better.
You know what the worst thing is? I really miss playing my piano a lot.
I know. Listen, Beth. You'll be playing piano again very soon.
I need some water.
Very well, I'll get some for you. I shall be right back, Beth.
Okay.
That's all there is?
That's all, miss.
It's posted from John Brooke. To who? Meg.
Yes? Is that my letter from John by any chance?
It's from John, but it's not for you.
Don't be silly. It's from me. John always writes to me. Let me see.
Well...
Good.
Hey, don't open it.
Huh?
It's for Marmy, not you.
What?
Yes, read the address for yourself.
To Mary March.
I wonder if John addressed the letter to Marmy this time because he had to tell her some bad news about Father that he didn't want you to find out about.
John wouldn't keep any secrets from me, I'm sure of it.
Maybe something awful has happened to Father, Meg. That's what it is. It must be.
He would have sent us a telegram.
You're right. It must be something good.
Why didn't he mail it to me, I wonder?
It's really not important who the letter's mailed to, is it? If we take it upstairs to Marmy, she's bound to read it to us.
Yes. Come, let's hurry. Marmy?
Yes? What is it?
It's about a letter that's just arrived. It's from John.
It's the one I'm waiting for.
We were wondering why Mr. Brooke didn't send his letter to Meg this time.
Maybe because I asked him.
You see, Meg, there was nothing to worry about. Beth seems to be getting much better. Her color's coming back.
Uh-huh. He says Father's almost recovered. It seems because Father's typhoid wasn't as bad as we thought before, he'll be coming home much earlier.
Yay! Wonderful!
Please, Joe, Beth's asleep, and we really mustn't wake her up.
Oh, oops.
Oh, that's all right. I couldn't fall asleep anyway. I heard everything.
I'm sorry I woke you up, Beth.
It doesn't matter.
I'm happy I was awake. I knew he'd get better.
We'll write to him. Beth and I will write Father a letter.
Mm-hmm.
I'll buy some new paper and a new pen set for us to write with. Yeah, that's perfect. Some pretty pink stationery with flower patterns all around the edges. All right, Beth?
Tomorrow?
Mm-hmm. Would that be all right? I mean, can we afford that kind of expense? I know we shouldn't spend that kind of money on paper, but I thought maybe we could just this one time.
Maybe this once. Why don't you stop by Aunt March's and tell Amy the good news about Father?
All right.
I'll stop by the King's house. I haven't seen Sally in a long time, and she's been waiting for news about Father.
All right. I think the two of you have been cooped up at home for too much time.
I was wondering.
Yes, Joe?
Well, it's just that ever since Marmee left him, Father's been alone in that hospital with just John looking after him.
That's probably because long before John taught folks about mathematics, he was a medical student. He would have made a good doctor, I bet. Anyway, Mr. Lawrence sent him because Marmee was needed here.
Come on, Meg, please be serious.
But I am. John told me that he had worked as a nurse before he left. I believe him because he doesn't have any reason to lie about it.
I'm not talking about that.
Huh?
I'm sure he was a nurse. It's all about you. He went back there to help out Father to impress you.
Oh, but how come?
I believe he's fallen for you.
That's positively absurd.
Not really, Meg. Before John left, Laurie told me he spoke incessantly about your virtues. He was always asking Laurie about you. It makes perfect sense for him to drop everything for Father to impress you.
Not at all. Anyone knows that John is not the type to try to gain affection by game playing.
Oh, Meg, don't get defensive.
I am not being defensive, but you shouldn't be spreading rumors like that.
You're right. It's just that I wouldn't want you to marry him, that's all.
Huh?
I only meant that if you're going to get married, then I would hope that it would be to someone who is wealthy.
How very considerate.
Huh? Listen, Meg, it's just that he wouldn't be a good husband for you. You'd be a lot better off with someone who could take care of you properly.
Well, I see. Maybe you already have somebody else in mind. Perhaps somebody with a bit more money in the bank.
As a matter of fact, there is someone who'd be perfect.
May I be apprised of his identity?
Yes, Laurie Lawrence. Meg, please don't laugh. I'm serious.
I'm not laughing at you, Joe, but getting married to him really sounds funny.
But it's not supposed to.
Oh, come, he's much too young for me. I know. Why don't you and Laurie get married? Well?
I'm not going to marry anyone.
Why not?
Well, as a writer, I have to travel around the world to experience everything in life. When you're married, you can't do things like travel.
Joe, Meg, wait for me.
Huh?
Uh-oh. Here comes my new husband. I'd better get out of here right now. He'll want to elope.
Huh? What?
Hey! Whoa! Ow!
Oh.
Ugh.
Laurie, are you all right?
Yeah. Whew. What in the world made her run away like that?
Maybe Meg's just late.
No matter, it's you I wanted to speak to.
Perfect. I'm walking over to Aunt March's. We can talk there.
That's where I'm going. It must be fate that has caused us to walk along this path together at the same time, Joe. I've been studying all about metaphysical occurrences, you know.
Metaphysical what? I think that fall must have rattled your brain.
No, really, you'd like this stuff, Joe. You see, even though we may not be able to figure it out, there's a perfect order to the universe, and everything has its own reason for happening at a specific time in a specific place.
Well, to me, they seem like two peas in a pod. They'll make a perfect husband and wife team.
What a stupid girl! What a stupid girl!
You may be a smart aleck bird, but I'm still going to draw your picture.
Smart aleck bird! I'm a smart aleck bird!
Are you in there, Amy?
Come in. Hi, Joe.
Well, how's my favorite sister? How about a great big kiss?
Joe. My goodness, what a pleasant surprise.
Hi there. You making any progress with your drawing?
I'm drawing Polly's picture, but she keeps moving around and I can't make her stop, so it won't be very good.
Stupid girl! What a stupid girl!
I'm afraid you don't have a very cooperative model, Amy.
Joe, how come she doesn't hold still?
Maybe if you ask her nicely, she will.
No, I tried being friendly, but that doesn't help. I bring her strawberries for breakfast, but she laughs at them.
She always used to like them. I brought her strawberries for breakfast frequently.
If Polly isn't cooperating, draw something else. A picture of a potted plant would be very nice.
It has to be a picture of an animal or a person.
Maybe Aunt March would want to pose for you.
Aunt March doesn't have time to help me. She told me a picture of Polly would be a lot better for my assignment.
What about Esther? Couldn't she do it?
Esther's busy in the kitchen baking a pie. She can't pose for me either.
Hey, perhaps I could pose for you, Amy.
That'd be good.
All right, then it's all settled. I'll be your next subject.
It'll be a real nice drawing. When I'm finished, you can frame it. Ugh.
That was very nice of you.
No problem, I'm glad to help. Now, Amy, just where would you like me to be?
Let me see. Over there. Yes. The light's good. Come over here, Laurie, and sit up real straight.
You're the boss.
You better sit up straight.
And do straighten your bow tie, Laurie.
There, Amy, how's that look?
That's perfect. This is gonna be real good.
Guess what, Amy? Father's going to be coming home from the hospital in time for Christmas.
Well, that's nice.
Maybe I should be telling Aunt March the news about Father.
Sure.
Ah, what a pretty bird! What a pretty bird!
Well, I'm happy Beth's feeling so much better.
Me too. Mother's been spending almost all of her time right by her bedside. Mother got home just in time. Otherwise, Beth would not have recovered so quickly.
Well, Mary helped, but you and Meg did most of the work. Laurie's been keeping us informed about your nursing prowess daily, but you should be very proud of yourself.
It's my fault that Beth got sick in the first place. I'm never going to be so irresponsible again.
I'm sure you feel bad right now, but in time you'll come to know that you weren't to blame. As for Beth, don't dwell in the past, but think of the future.
Aunt March! I almost forgot to tell you about the most important part of this whole visit. We finally received a letter about Father. It seems he'll be coming home around Christmas time.
Good. My prayers haven't been in vain.
I was thinking, when Father does come home, he'll still need a lot of love and attention from us all.
Anybody who's been as sick as he has would.
Aunt March, I'm not just talking about his being ill. I don't want you and him to start out quarreling this time. He's been through so much in that awful war. We should try to make things peaceful for him.
I never planned to quarrel with him, but your father made up his mind a long time ago to fight for what he believes in. And until this war is finished, he won't give up that fight.
Yes, I believe you're right. This war has got to end so we can all be happy again.
Come in.
Hello. I just wanted to thank you for your hospitality.
It's our pleasure. We appreciate your coming by.
I'll walk you home if you like.
Thank you, but no. I have to stop in town.
Oops. Oh, Joe, I almost forgot to tell you something.
Tell me what?
Anthony from the newspaper wants you to come by.
Why didn't you tell me?
I didn't remember about it before. I'm telling you about it now.
I'm sorry. Did he say anything else?
He felt bad about your manuscript and wondered why you stopped writing it.
Oh, I haven't worked on my manuscript for a month.
He says that's not what it's about. It's about something else, something real important.
Well, what is it?
He wouldn't tell me anymore. You have to go there.
I'll stop by his office on my way home. How's your picture?
My picture's fine. Oh.
Huh?
You mean you finished it, Amy?
No, not yet. I mean, it's almost done.
Well, can I see it before I leave?
I'm not finished. I still have to paint it. I don't want anybody to see it before I finished it. It's gonna be for Mr. Lawrence. Come here.
Huh?
I want to
What
talk
is
to
it
you
now?
in private.
Goodbye, Joe. Talk to you later.
Well,
I'm worried about Amy.
oh, there's nothing wrong with her. It's just one of her games. At least I think it is.
General Lee is a great commander.
Well, if he's such a great general, how come he let Sherman cut him off from Richmond? I heard that the Confederacy is all but beaten.
Hello there. Is anybody here? Hello?
Hello, Miss Joe.
Oh, you frightened me.
Oh, I didn't mean to.
I know. Is Mr. Boone here?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid you just missed him. I think he'll be right back if you want to wait a while.
All right. And how have you been?
I'm real happy working at the paper. Folks here make a man feel like a part of the family. I miss reading your writing, though. Everyone's been asking Mr. Henry why we stopped publishing those stories from your manuscript.
Really? Then they missed them?
We get letters asking for them.
Well, that's nice. I'll get back to work on them real soon.
I sure will be looking forward to printing them.
It's a deal.
Hey, here's Mr. Boone now.
You're here. Amy must have given you the message I gave her.
About an hour ago. She mentioned that something was important.
John, go on home. We've decided to close up shop today. You see, the boss got sick, so he asked me to send everyone on home. At full pay, of course.
Suits me fine. See you, Miss Joe.
Goodbye. Thank you.
Come, Joe. Come and sit here.
All right. But I really can't stay long. I still have some shopping to do.
Of course. This won't take long. I was glad to hear Beth's out of danger.
We found out that Father may be released from the hospital too, Anthony.
That's wonderful news. Joe,
Anthony, what is it? What's the matter?
it's good news, I think. I'm going to work for the New York Chronicle.
How did you manage a job with them?
It was easy. I applied by mailing in samples of my best manuscripts to them, the same as you did.
I didn't mail any to them.
I mean the way you brought your stories into us. I remember that day, the very first time you came through those doors and made us read your story.
You laughed at me and then sent me home. But I deserved to be sent home. My work just wasn't ready to be published.
The boss wasn't impressed so much by your stories, but by your persistence to have us read them. That's the best quality any writer can have.
You mailed the Chronicle your work?
I did. But as I recall, the first couple of items I sent them were mailed back to me unread and rejected. But about a month ago, they wanted an interview. I went in and insisted that they give me a job. It worked. They hired me, all because of you.
It wasn't just my doing, Anthony. They had to have liked your work because a paper like the Chronicle has to have good writers. You taught me that quality work was the most important thing.
Yes, I did. And you showed me how to go after what I wanted. I know that I wouldn't have had the nerve to ask the Chronicle for a job on my own. More than you know, you've been a real inspiration to me. Just imagine, me, Anthony Boone, finally working for the very best. It's been a dream of mine for a long time. Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to work in New York City.
Oh, by the way, when do you leave for New York?
Soon. My boss is looking for a place for me to live. I begin working the first of the year.
What about this job? Who's going to work here?
I don't know.
Well, isn't it going to be a little bit hard on the chief to lose his very best writer?
I suppose, but I gave him my notice at lunch anyway. He was nice enough to mention my work was much better than I've recently gotten credit for. And I would always be welcome back.
We're going to miss you.
And I'm going to miss reading your stories as well. Oh, by the way, the chief wanted to know why you stopped sending your transcripts to us.
I haven't had time. I've been too busy looking after my little sister.
You must find time to write. It's important to keep your readers interested.
I know. I'll begin writing again as soon as I get home.
It'll be good for you. You know, as one writer to another, if you stop working, you get rusty.
All right. Well, I think I should get going now, Anthony.
You keep writing, all right?
I will. Are you sure that's all you wanted to talk to me about, Anthony? I mean, I won't be seeing you before you leave for New York, you know. Maybe we should say our goodbyes now.
But I'm not leaving for weeks.
I know, but if I didn't say goodbye, I'd feel awful.
Just one more thing, before you leave.
Uh-huh.
How should I put this? I guess the best way would be to come right out and say it.
Well, what?
I'd like you to move to New York City with me next year.
Now,
don't make up your mind right this minute. Go home and just think about it a while.
New York?
Yes, uh-huh. Think about the opportunities the city can afford you. Any writer would be a fool not to take advantage of this situation. You must give this serious consideration. Please go home and think it over, won't you?
I'm not going.
Don't make up your mind like this. I realize I took you by surprise. Don't be so hasty. Take as much time as you need and think about it at home.
I don't have to think about it anymore.
Your final word?
Yes.
Then go home, Joe, and do one more thing for me. Please think about what it really means when a person aspires to be a writer. You've become a woman, and the decisions you make now are going to affect you for the rest of your life. Don't make them too quickly.
Anthony's right. I am a woman now, and I should be looking towards the future. And an opportunity like moving to New York may not come up for me again. But it's not right. Father will need my support, and I couldn't abandon Beth while she's still sick. And Amy, my goodness, she's still a child. She needs me. I wish I knew the answer. It's so difficult making the right decision sometimes. Well. Oh. Maybe Father will know. I'll make up my mind when he comes home.
The tie needs more red. There. There you go, Lori. Perfect. Joe thinks that I'm giving you to Mr. Lawrence, but we know different, don't we? You're going to be the perfect Christmas present for Joe. Yeah. Joe's going to love this picture of Lori so much that you'll probably even get married to him.
Fortunes of war can change their way.